Boy everyone, MARKCHES here. Welcome to the channel, and for today's video, I'll be comparing the GH3 with the PG6. So guys, I'm comparing these two sneakers is because both sneakers have full length foam cushioning. So that's the main comparison between these two sneakers. But let's talk about first the upper of the PG6 and the GH3. Of course, GH3 came from Anta, the PG6 from Nike, Paul George sneaker, and of course Gordon Hayward. So as for the upper of these two sneakers, they're kind of similar in terms of the material. Both have textile material all throughout the sneaker, but on the PG6, it has some screen mesh on the lateral and medial side that gives you extra support. Plus this extra wings for support and durability of the sneaker. While on the GH3, it has this textile upper around this part, plus some premium leather running from the tip of the toe going to the side parts of the sneaker. So mainly, as for support, lateral support, I would give it a tie on both. Both are very supportive sneaker for a very comfortable upper. These two sneakers are very comfortable around your foot, especially the PG tongue. It has this blanket type tongue, which is really thick. If you watch my performance review on the PG6, ayan no, it's a very thick tongue. It's very comfortable. Even this cushion around the heel is very soft. Comparing it with the GH3, it's still a very comfortable upper, but still very supportive. And the support that's coming from the GH3 is mainly from the mid part of the sneaker, while the PG's support is coming from this wings, and it pulls you down to the footbed, while the GH3, it pulls you back to the heel. So you use this harness and you pull that so that your foot will be pulled to the heel and give you a very nice fit. And if you want a more snug fit around the top, and you'll pull your foot down to the footbed, this part of the lace loop, because this part of the harness is plastic, so when you tighten your laces up around the midfoot part of the laces, it goes down and gives you a better fit to the sneaker. Overall, I will say in terms of support and durability and the fit of the sneakers, both are very nice. There's a little bit more room, surprisingly, on the GH3 around the midfoot compared to the PG. PG is still narrow, but comparing it to the other PG back, from the 1, 2, 3, 4, those are narrower, while the PG6 has a lot more room around the midfoot part of the sneaker. While on the heel part, heel containment, lockdown, I would say both are pretty equal to. Very nice heel containment, very nice lockdown, and ankle support for a low cut sneaker. They're also very good. And also the cushion goes up on the PGs similar to the GH3. And the GH3 has this external plastic here to give extra cupping on the heel, while on the PG6 it has an internal heel plate for heel lockdown and support. Now let's move on to the cushion part of the sneakers, where the main difference between these two, even though they're both foams, of course on the PG6 it has full length React foam. It's not your typical React foam, it's more plush. I would say the more that you use it, it's more plush. There's more impact protection from the forefoot and heel. Very comfortable ride, but it kinda lacks bounciness in my opinion, where I always looking some bounce, especially in the forefoot when I'm going for a rebound. There's some delay when you step, especially when you jump off a rebound and you land on the PGs. You kind of sink on the footbed on the foam, while on the GH3, it was really a surprise because there's a nitro edge puck here on the GH3, which is kind of big around the ball of your foot. And that puck gives you a very nice bounce back, a bouncy feel to the sneaker compared to the PG6. While the carrying foam, this Alpha Edge foam, is also very plush. It is a lot thicker compared to the React foam found on the PGs. So if you want more impact protection and more bounciness, of course the GH3 is for you. But if you want a very low to the ground feel but still very comfortable sneaker, and very nice impact protection for a very low profile sneaker. The PG6 will give you that type of cushion. So it really depends on your preference. For me, I prefer a little bounciness in the forefoot, especially for a foam setup. And of course, there's an impact protection in the heel. So I would choose the GH3. Like I said, the GH3 really came as a surprise for me. I like playing in the GH3. I like the cushion setup of the GH3. I like the mixture of the foams. And of course, another highlight of the GH3 is of course the traction. It has this tire-like traction, racing tire traction. While the PG6 ain't that bad either, but the grip of the GH3's traction comparing to the PG6, it grips harder, it squeaks a lot harder compared to the PG6, and it bites a little bit harder. So you stop more on the dime on the GH3. So I would say a little advantage on the traction of the GH3. And as for outdoor use, both have very nice, pliable, the rubber bends but still very thick. I think they can be used outdoors, but the GH3 has a little bit more tread. Look at that, because on the PG there's some more space in between. So I would say durability wise, this will last you longer for outdoor use, or the rubber is more durable for the long run. Another highlight of the GH3 comparing to the PG is it's a little bit wider, especially in the forefoot and even on the heel. So it's a little bit more stable on the GH3, even though the foam is thicker. The width of the GH3 compensates the height, the thickness of the foam. So I would say the balance of the GH3 in terms of cushion, stability, traction wise, it's a very nicely designed basketball sneaker. And for me, if I have to choose between these two, I would choose the GH3. Plus, of course, the price. GH3 is cheaper compared to the PG6. This is 6,100 pesos. This is 5,500. So this is a lot cheaper, and in my opinion, it is a better performer compared to the PG6. As for the sizing on both sneakers, go true to size on both. If you're a regular footer, but if you're a wide footer, go half a size up on the PG6. But on the GH3, sadly, Anta doesn't have a half size up when you're above 10, so better to fit it in store if you're planning to cop a GH3. So let me know which sneaker you would choose between these two. And design wise, I think they're both awesome in terms of design. So they're both very good looking. So let me know which sneaker you would choose between these two. So this has been MARKCHES once again. Thank you for dropping by the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!